Hello, my soul tribe. Thank you so much for joining today's Peak A card reading. Today, we are going to do a reading for the second solar eclipse in 2025, and this is going to occur on September the 22nd. This solar eclipse slash new moon is going to occur in the zodiac sign of Virgo around roughly 29 degrees. There's a lot of significant meanings actually behind this solar eclipse. And first of all, you all know solar eclipse happens very rarely. Usually it's once a year or twice a year. And it is almost like a new moon on steroid. And so there's a very potent and strong energy related to this new moon. Now, when we look at solar eclipse, there are also two different types. One is the south node conjunction with the sun moon. The other one is a north node, all right, with a sun moon. Now, for this new moon in Virgo and solar eclipse in Virgo, we're seeing the south node conjunction. And spiritually speaking, whenever we're having a solar eclipse, a new moon with the south node, is usually talking about releasing the past. And what is interesting is that this new moon actually is occurring on the 29 degrees in Virgo, which is a final degree in the zodiac sign of Virgo. So it's almost like the universe is trying to convey to us, what are we really ready to release? Because 29 degrees is a final degree, right? So there's something that needs to be finalized, something needs to be completed, something must be cleansed out of our system. Now, when it comes to Virgo energy, one of the most important thing about this is that Virgo is usually to deal with critical thinking. So perhaps for a lot of you guys, maybe this is time for us to really stop being overly critical about ourselves, about a specific situation. Because once we are being overly analytical, right, overthinking, right, being so obsessed with why and how and when did this happen, why did that happen, right? And then we can go into this very critical mindset about either other people or ourselves. Specifically, I think for things related to ourselves, this could be about us keep criticizing ourselves and saying things to ourselves that I'm not good enough, I'm not enough, I'm not doing well. I could have done better. Why did I not do better? If I had done that, things could have been different, etc., etc. And this new moon in Virgo slash solar eclipse in Virgo is really a call from the universe to us to understand that when we are ready to really release this sense of self-criticism, right? Or for some of you guys, maybe this could also be about a very critical attitude that we hold towards a specific area in our life. Maybe this is towards, like what I mentioned earlier, ourselves. Maybe this is towards our partner. Maybe this is the energy that we have towards our families, our friends, our career development, etc., etc. Now, at the very beginning of this video, I've shown you three different options with three different pictures of solar eclipse. You can meditate on those pictures and choose one that you feel most resonate with. And you can also go directly through the timestamp in the video description. Now, with all that being said, let's get started with our pile number one. Hello, pile number one. Thank you so much for joining this reading session. You have picked this picture. Now, if you're resonating with this image, this could be the reading for you. Now, first of all, let's pull three cards from Oracle of the Celestial Deities. I want to have a look at what is the current energy that you're carrying with you, what could be hindering your growth, and also what could be helping you, all right, during this period of time. And, remember this new moon and also solar eclipse in Virgo has a lot to do with the release the old, right, as a general theme anyway. So let's see what's the divine message here is for you, okay? First card showing up, Uranus. Beautiful. Revolution, invention, and bringing changes, being open-minded towards changes in your life, okay? Now, what could be blocking you during this period of time is Pluto. Wow. And what could be helping you during this period of time is Vesta. All right, this is a very clear message, okay? Group number one, Like what I mentioned earlier, Uranus is really, really encouraging you to open yourself up towards the limitless possibilities in front of you. Now, Uranus is a planet that was discovered in 1782. And during that period of time, a lot of things happened in our human society. For example, we had the French Revolution, right? The French people decided that they didn't need monarchy anymore. And they reestablished France as a republic. That was a huge change for the country. Um, the Industrial Revolution happened in the United Kingdom around the same time. And that's when we suddenly realized that there was new technology, new way of thinking, new way of interpreting our world through technology and science. And also at the same time, the American Revolution also happened, right? And then, there's just a lot of chaotic things going on at that period of time. But out of that chaos, we're seeing a new world order was made, was established. So whenever Uranus, this card shows up as your own energy, I think pile number one, the universe is really asking you to reestablish the order within yourself. Who do you want to be? What is the new you? Who have you been in the past, let's say 20, 30 years? And are you ready to create this brand new identity? And don't forget, sometimes in order for us to the so-called releasing the past and bring something new into our lives, we really need to make some harsh decisions. Because at the end of the day, when we are seeing the so-called blockages there, it's about us knowing that, and also we know that we wish to start something new, but at the same time, we're still grasping the past and we're not letting that go. And this is further confirmed by the second card that you put out, which is Pluto. See, Pluto is about ending. It's about burying something that is supposed to be dead. Now, because this is the second card showing up, this is telling me that you have struggles with that. You have problems with that. Now, one of the things I can really, really say about group number one is that perhaps there are certain things happened in the past that hurt your feelings, that disappointed you, that made you feel you are not valuable, you are not appreciated, you are not loved. And it's so hard for you to let go of that past memory. Perhaps even though logically and rationally, you know that you must bury it because it's already dead. But sometimes, we just tend to get pulled back into that darkness and we are still regurgitating that bitter taste in us. And perhaps coming back to this Newman in Virgo energy, are you still self criticizing? Are you still blaming yourself for a lot of things? Are you still having this very, harsh attitude towards either yourself or the situation? I think this is a time when we need to come clean, right? With that situation and be honest with ourselves. The Pluto energy is really saying that you must know this is a time to end it, to bury it, to stop it. I'm giving you a very interesting example. I literally saw this client yesterday, and she was going through a very difficult divorce. And she said, the divorce has just finished, right? And she said she's really ready to, move on to the future. And then it turned out that somehow she's still keeping a lot of the old photos of her, old, marriage and with her husband, on Facebook, on Instagram and things like that. And I said, well, but I thought you were ready to move on. You have already decided to end this unpleasant memory, this old chapter in your life. Why are you keep looking at those photos? Why are you keep reminiscing them? Doesn't make sense. So when you're saying that you're ready to move on, you're not really ready to move on. You still want to go back to that memories. You still want to hold on to that. And so one of the things about this Uranus and Pluto is that you have to really make certain decisions. Sometimes it is really about cutting the old away from you rather than, okay, I'm moving forward, but I'm also giving myself, the choice to go back to the past. Okay. Now, the Vesta energy sitting on top is about healing. This is what is actually helping you. And remember what I said earlier about, you need to really clean this field. One of the most important thing about Vesta is boundary drawing. Okay, so this could be about you when you are ready to move on to your future, what kind of people that you want to draw boundary with. If this is about you maybe leaving a very toxic family environment, maybe this is a time for you to know when not to talk to your toxic family members so that you can really focus on your own life. This could be about maybe you needing to know when to stop talking to that ex-partner of yours, right? Instead you keep sending messages back and forth and asking them how they're doing. Vesta has a lot energy to deal with your own boundary and your own world rather than getting involved with whatever that was contaminating your energy. Look at this picture of Vesta. She's not looking left and looking right and minding other people's business. She's having her eyes closed because she's really focused. She's really honing in on things that actually matter to her future instead of her past. And coming back to this Uranus energy, uh, it's okay to be a little bit erratic. It's okay to be suddenly, oh, I'm a different person. It's fine. You don't have to feel you need to, what's the right word? You need to fit in, okay, into the traditionally, let's say the normal way of dealing with the past or normal way of dealing with things where what the community, what the society is expecting you to be. Uranus is a rebel. Uranus is different. Uranus is like, this is done and I'm into this new era, right? I'm done with the 5,000 years of manual labor and I'm going to go into technology, right? Just like the industrial revolution in the UK. We're going to pull a little bit more cards about this journey for you, okay? Group number one, but I'm really seeing a lot of letting go happening for you. And just remember, this letting go should not just stay at a conscious level. It really needs you to put it into action, all right? Very good. Thus, you can start your healing process. And also remember always boundary drawing, boundary drawing. All right. Now let's pull three cards. Let's have a look at what's happening for group number one. All right. Thank you, universe. Three cards. Ace of Sword, exactly. See, this card has a sword on it. See that? This image is all talking about making that clear-cut boundary there. Decision making, clear-minded. Yes is yes, no is no. I'm not gonna go back and forth. Sometimes I go back to the past. Sometimes I'm trying to create my future, and I'm being pulled back into my past again. Ace of Sword is a very clear, logical, and rational card. All right. Group number one. This is telling you to stay with your logic instead of your negative emotion, okay, coming from the past. Continue. Ten of Wands. Okay. Now, this Ten of Wands also paired up with the Ace of Sword could also be saying that there's some kind of house moving energy that is there. Traditionally speaking, the Ten of Wands has a lot to do with a moving place, a moving house. I think this Ace of Sword has a lot to do with, I think if you guys are thinking about moving, right, whether it's about maybe moving to a different apartment or moving to a different city or even moving to a different country, I think this will actually help you to move away from your past because wherever that you have been in your residential area, also, if you guys have been having problems with your family members, things like that, maybe by moving out or moving to a different place, it will help you clean your energy. And it will be much easier for you to look into the future rather than looking at what the past has been for you. All right. Very interesting. Okay. Decision, letting go of this past burden and moving places. Right. Next, we got Four of Pentacles. Okay. Still, you can see on the card, Four of Pentacles is a foot, but the foot is being chained by something. Group number one, I really want you to be completely open-minded about the changes you're going to have. I don't want you to tell yourself every day that, yes, I'm ready to move into the future while you're holding yourself back because of whatever reasons there. You can see Ten of Wands is a big rock, right? It's a hand trying to hold a big rock, and the Four of Pentacles is just heavy metal chain, okay? Kind of like, dragging you back. I feel a lot of the struggles maybe group number one is facing during this period of time. I feel like you really have the intention to move forward, but I also feel this heavy burden that you're carrying, right? That you feel, oh, I cannot start this new life unless I finish this. I cannot start the new life unless I take care of this, right? It's almost like you're trying to drag 10,000 things with you and you're saying, yes, I'm ready to move into the future. I just think that maybe for you, of course, yeah, there's no need to rush, right? But I do feel that logically and rationally, you have to be very, very clear. And just know that sometimes when you have this mentality that once I take care of this, I will be able to move forward. Sometimes you will never be able to truly take care of something. Because once you take care of one thing, that another thing will come up. And then you will tell yourself, okay, let me just take care of that. And then when I finish that, I'll finally relax and I can live my own life. I can, move on with my own life. And it's just gonna be a little bit like a vicious cycle there. You will forever get stuck in this, let me take care of this first, right? And then I'll move on. Sometimes you just need to cut it. You just need to say, fuck this, right? I'm done with all these things that I need to do this for other people. I need to take care of this bullshit thing. Sometimes it's important that you can just make that clear-cut decision in your mind. What is important and what is not. You can even see in the image how heavy this is, if you know what I mean. Rock, metal ball, chaining you, and you're trying to move forward. How? All right, one card from our major arcana. Let's see what's the overall energy and advice regarding this period of time for you. Okay, group number one. Thank you, universe. Right, one card for our group number one. Thank you, universe. The world, exactly. Okay, look, this card in tarot, major arcana, is a final card. This is a card number 21. So what does that mean? It means completion. Okay, I think pile number one of the things I also want to add into your current situation is that even if you stay in your current environment or whatever lifestyle that you have always been living, it's not going to give you more reward. Okay, you have already done everything you could in your current situation and your environment, and what you need to do is to celebrate that. Instead of feeling that you are running away, no, group number one, you are not running away from it. You are graduating. There's no more for you to do. You have already done that. You've already seen everything. You've already done everything. What you need to do is to look at it and say, thank you so much for that experience in the past. Now I'm really ready to move on to the next chapter. So celebrate it instead of criticizing yourself and saying, oh, but I don't want to see myself running away from it and things like that. You're not running away. It's just time to say goodbye sometimes. And there's a completely like a different level of life, okay, waiting for you. And that's what this is the world card is really talking about. I also feel with this world card, it's telling you that it's important for you to find your true soul tribe. The world card has a lot to do with your community, the people you know, okay, people that you want to associate yourself with. I feel a lot of the old chains and this old, this burden that you're trying to hold is the people that from the past that you're trying to take care of, because you feel that, okay, I have to really get them on their feet, then I can move on with my life. I have to take care of this person's happiness. Then once they are happy, then I can move forward. I don't know what else to say. Group number one, no. You know why? Because when you are able to create your happy life, everybody else will be fine. But if you're trying to focus on everybody else's happiness and what they want from you and what they need from you, you will never be able to truly move on with your own life. So always prioritize what you want. What is your priority? What is your true happiness? Focus on that. Okay? Now, we're going to pull one card from Oracle, the Mythic Heroes, and also one card from the Citadel Oracle. All right? Thank you, universe. All right? One card for our group number one. Hope. Pandora. Yeah, beautiful. Now, this card also tells you that it's okay that you don't know exactly what's going to happen. Sometimes, the reason why we're also not completely moving into the future is because we're afraid. We have this fear in thinking, what if I'm repeating my past, right? What if I move on to the next chapter and it's going to be a disaster? I'm just going to repeat my old patterns and again, again, again. Now, this hope card with Pandora tells you that no matter what happens, no matter how ugly this world is, the news, right? The governments, the politics, and people are toxic. Whatever ugly things you're seeing out there, please believe that there's always that golden angel there protecting you and giving you this hope and know that what you want will eventually come to you. Okay. I think for group number one, you might need to have a little bit more positive faith in what you can create for yourself. All right. Ooh, one card jumped out. Wow. We're just gonna take that one. What is this? The diviner, divine timing and evaluation. Okay. Love this energy. Wow. Group number one, I do feel that there's gonna be a divine timing for you. Okay. Take your time. I don't think you need to force anything, but today in the reading, whatever that I've just told you, just know that you need to prepare those things. And every day when you wake up, when you go to bed, when you are doing your daily operation, you go to work, right? You go to the gym, whatever things you do, just know that everything you do is going to serve that purpose, which is about releasing your past, drawing boundaries with the people who do not work out for you, and how you want to create your own soul tribe and move into your own future. Okay, focus. Everything needs to focus on, need to serve that purpose for you. This diviner energy, okay, divine timing and evaluation tells you that you just need to do your job. Okay, do that, and when you are ready, everything will just happen like magic. Okay, you don't even need to force it, but you have to be ready for that. You have to have the right mindset for that. Otherwise, when the opportunity really comes to you, you might just run away from it. All right, and I would hate to see that group number one. I think that you guys have a lot to create into the future. I also feel that there has been a lot of old burdens chaining you, kind of like keep you in the shackles, even though you are slowly trying to get out of that mentally. Just make that decision. Okay, pile number one. Please know that you deserve the best and you deserve everything that you wish for in your mind. Thank you so much, group number one. I hope you enjoy the reading. Remember to subscribe to my channel, like it, and share it with the people you care about. I'll see you soon in the next reading session. Bye. Hello, pile number two. Thank you so much for joining this reading session. You have chosen this pile. You can see there's a solar eclipse on top of a mountain, and it's really beautiful. If you have chosen this pile, this is a reading for you. First of all, let's pull three cards from Oracle of the Celestial Deities. Let's have a look at what is your current energy, what could be blocking you, and what could be helping you during this period of time. First card, Saturn. Wow, cleansing. All right. What could be blocking you during this period of time is Pan. What could be helping you during this period of time is Neptune. Wow. Okay. There's a very interesting message here on group number two. If I have to use one sentence to describe what is the most important thing that you will need to do, is that you might need to have a little bit more trust towards the process. See, Saturn sitting in the first house could be telling me that you guys are extremely responsible for your future. You think about your future a lot. You think about how you want to build your future a lot. Perhaps you're also feeling a lot of burdens. Because when Saturn is in our first house, usually showing that somehow we feel life is hard. We feel all the responsibilities are on our own shoulders. And we have this to do everything, right? We must do everything because everyone is watching me. Everyone is expecting me to achieve it. Everyone is depending on me. You know, all these kind of burdening thoughts, right? Burdening ideas. And thus, you got Pan blocking you. Pan is all about overthinking and fear. So when you put these two cards sitting together, I would say probably group number two, sometimes you might just be having a little bit like a mental, how do I say this? Mentally exhausting, right? Moments in there. The energy that is actually helping you is Neptune. Now, this is one of the moments when Neptune is beautiful, right? And we love this energy because Neptune is about surrendering. Neptune is telling you that sometimes you don't have to shoulder everything. You don't have to feel like you are in control of everything. You don't have to know that you are figuring everything out on your own already. Neptune sometimes tells you that have this faith, have this trust that the divine timing will be there for you. Over the next several weeks, even several months, you will be led towards the right people. You go to the right place and talk to the right person and receive the right information, even though it is not something that you planned. This could be about maybe you're talking to a friend, you're texting someone, and you're basically just chatting about something very random, and suddenly one thing that they say will just inspire you, and you realize, wow, I've never thought about that. And that inspirational moment will be able to provide you the resource for your problem solving. So with this Neptune helping you, right, versus Saturn in the first house, I just want you guys to know that everything will just work out beautifully anyway, without too much like over worry or anxiety or concern, right, about how to do it, right? Because Saturn is a little bit like us, really trying to figure out every single step by ourselves. This not knowing energy can be a little bit uncomfortable, but it is okay, right? Because Neptune will, it's like the divine ocean, right? It will lead you to the right place. And sometimes you just have to let go of the wheel, right? Of the boat. You have to let go of the control, right? And let the ocean waves drive you towards where you need to be. Another thing that I'm seeing here that is very, very beautiful is that Neptune is ocean, Pan is mountains and trees. So I think for a lot of you guys, maybe you need to go into the nature a little bit more, specifically because Neptune is helping you. You might need to go to a place where there's ocean there. All right, ocean, lake, waterfall, right? Something that is very watery could be very nice for you. Okay. Now, let's pull 3 cards from tarot. All right, let's see what's your progression, right? What other things you will need to know, all right? Release yourself from this mental burden, okay? Group number 2, because I can see a lot of you guys are very kind of like burdened in your mind. You're too serious, okay, about life sometimes. Overthinking. Thank you so much, universe. I give some guidance about our pile number 2, all right? First card showing up, 5 of Swords. This is what I mean by you're overthinking, okay? Sometimes 5 of Swords could be about this conflict, conflictual energy we're feeling. Excuse me. It does not have to be about with someone. Of course, this is general reading. If you have been having a little bit conflict with other people, right? They annoy you, or they bring anger in you. This could apply in that situation. But usually, what I'm seeing about this 5 of Swords as our own energy, it's a little bit like we're pushing too hard. We're forcing it. If you know what I mean, it's almost like we're punching ourselves in the face and asking ourselves, why is it not happening? Or it's almost like you're pressuring yourself too much. Okay, this is a very important message that I want to deliver to you guys. You got to relax a little bit, pile number 2. And then we got the moon. This is that fear. Okay, literally 5 of Swords versus Saturn, and the moon versus Pan energy. Group number 2, I just feel like you have a lot of heavy thoughts and heavy emotion in you. Okay, relax. I would highly recommend that you guys do engage with your spiritual practice. Go to a meditation class, go to a singing bowl class, right? Go to the ocean, right? Relax, meditate, do your journaling. The moon card usually is talking about us wanting the answer, like what I said earlier. We want to control the situation, but we can't control it, and thus we might imagine a lot of fears in our own mind. Okay, be careful with that. You have to trust. You have to know that you are a divine child. You are being looked after. Okay. Next card showing up, we got the King of Cups. All right, pile number 2. King of Cups is talking about, first of all, if this is your energy, if you're a male person watching this video, the King of Cups is this, how do I describe this? This mature, emotional, emotionally intelligent person you are. Okay, perhaps you are very compassionate. Perhaps you have a lot of empathy towards the people around you. Perhaps you have helped a lot of people around you. And I do feel that with the Neptune energy helping you, this is great, because whatever good energy that you have been giving to the world, it will come back to you. And it has been coming back for you actually in different shape of forms. And so what I want you to know is that a lot of the times when you're really engaging yourself with your spiritual beliefs, luck will also come to you. People notice you, right? And people will also want to return the favor that you have given to them. The other thing about the King of Cups also could be about a very significant male person. Maybe it's not you, but it's about someone else specifically. If you're a female person watching this video, or this could also be about maybe you're a man, but the King of Cups could be talking about a different man, okay? This is a water sign man, could be a Cancer, could be a Pisces, or maybe even Scorpio. This male person is actually creating, bringing you a lot of help, bringing you a lot of guidance, right, in your situation, specifically because you are the Five of Swords energy. And this King of Cups there is almost like bringing you that sense of healing and bring you that kind of spiritual guidance that you will need. Could be a good friend, could be a father figure, or maybe even could be about maybe a partner in life. Okay, let's pull one more card from the major arcana. All right, let's see. Trust your intuition, okay? Group number 2. A lot of the things it will also come to you when it comes to dreams, actually. All right. The Judgment card, beautiful. This card is all talking about the positive changes that will happen because you're going to go through a sense of awakening. Now the question is, okay, when will this awakening happen? When will I see the positive changes? Again, coming back to the Neptune energy, it will happen when the timing is right, but you need to know how to release the control. This is a little bit like you needing to know how to be comfortable in your current situation and know that you are driving towards the right direction, even though you can't see it yet. All right. The Judgment is also, we also see this card as a resurrection card, almost like Jesus coming back to life. So for group number 2, again, if you have been feeling life has been unfair to you, life has been very tough, and you haven't been seeing the so-called success or the reward yet, this card is a good sign because Judgment tells you that one more try. You deserve one more try. Okay, you deserve one more opportunity, and actually more than one opportunity. Okay, I'm just using the word one more opportunity to rebuild your life, to rebuild whatever that you want to come to you. Okay, you can see Judgment card is the Archangel Gabriel blowing a trumpet in the sky, and all the dead people are coming back to life. This is about your resurrection energy. This is about things coming back to life for you. All right. So try not to force yourself. Try not to criticize yourself. You remember at the very beginning of this video, I mentioned this solar eclipse in Virgo. It's all about self-critical. Okay, being overly critical about who I was, why is it like this, why am I doing this, why they're doing this, it's almost like that, right? I want you to really breathe, do your meditation, and release things out of your system. Okay, and know that you are being loved, and at least by the people around you, by me, by your soul tribe. Okay, and never be afraid to reach out for help. Okay, power number 2. One card from Oracle, the Mythic Heroes, as your general advice, and we're also going to pull one card from the Citadel Oracle. Okay. Healing. This is what I mean. I mean, come on, guys. You can't make this stuff up, right? We got Orpheus. This card has a lot to do with giving your time to heal. Okay. Now, healing requires slow yourself down, right? Not to be overly overwhelmed by your fear and your your negative imagination about oh, this happens, that happens, and things like that. I think what you really need to do is to walk out of your past, whatever things that made you feel this very Saturn energy, right? Heavy, right? Stay in the past forever, criticizing yourself, using your past to explain to yourself why you can't have the future you have, all this kind of bullshit, right? Heal, right? Again, this healing energy has a lot to do with a water sign person. King of Cups is a water sign person. I do feel that, of course, if you're watching this video, if you're a water sign person yourself, great. This could be about you being that healer for yourself, right? But if you are not a water sign, maybe you are an air sign, fire sign, or an earth sign, then definitely there's a water sign person in your life. I would say this is a man, okay, because we got a king there. And this person is going to play a very, very important role in terms of your personal healing. Okay. Engage with them, learn with them, seek guidance. This could be about a father figure, could be about a brother, could be a friend, right? Could be a colleague, or maybe even your boss. All right. Take what resonates. One last card, okay, from Citadel Oracle as your overall advice, right, during this period of time, my group number 2. Thank you, universe. Last card. The astronomer, discovery, augury. Okay. I love this energy. Okay. I'll tell you, this is what I mean by stop looking at the past. The reason is because astronomer, okay, this card, the name you can see on the screen. What is astronomy? Astronomy is about discovering the unknown, discovering the future. It's not about using your past experience to apply to the future, but it tells you that probably whatever that you experience in the past is not going to work very well for the future. So what you need to do is just to take a leap of faith and use your sense of curiosity, right? And about this very futuristic, very, full future forward looking spirit to experience this future and to move into the future. Okay, let me actually read this paragraph from the guidebook. This has a lot to do with, don't use your past to either judge or to apply that into your future. Usually it doesn't work very well when you use a lot of the past memories, right? And your worries. Okay, so let's have a look. The astronomer. Here we are. Okay. You are in a complex situation, and clues on how to navigate it won't come from the past experiences. Exactly. Now is a time to look both beyond and within for answers and to trust in your intuition. Let go of the material needs and concerns that are holding you back and meditate on what your gut is telling you. Others who are like minded might be able to guide you. Be open to their perspectives, but don't be bound by them. Okay. Now, group number two, I'm not going to say more. I do feel that you guys are extremely intuitive. Your gut feeling is already telling you what you need to do, what you need to release, and just trust that feeling. You are not alone. There is a King of Cups there for you. Okay. Trust his journey, and also Neptune as the energy that's helping you. Remember, if you have an opportunity to go to water, go to ocean, go to the beach, do a prayer there. Neptune will hear you. Thank you so much, my group number two. This is your quick reading for our solar eclipse in Virgo. If you enjoy the reading, please subscribe to my channel, like it, and share it with the people you care about. I'll see you soon in the next reading session. Bye. Hello, group number three. Thank you so much for joining this video session. Today, we're going to do your new moon in Virgo solar eclipse pick a card reading. You have chosen this pile, and you can see the image is very beautiful. Yeah, it's a solar eclipse over either it's a lake or the ocean, something very watery. You can see the reflection there. Very nice. Now, let's start your reading. First of all, we're going to pull three cards, right, from Oracle of the Celestial Deities. Let's have a look at what is your current energy, group number three, what could be blocking you, and also what could be helping you during this period of time. Okay. Thank you, universe. Give the cards a good shuffle. All right. Thank you so much, universe. For group number three, first card, wow, Athena. Intelligence. Okay. Career focused energy. Very nice. Okay. What could be blocking you during this period of time is Pan. What could be helping you during this period of time is Vulcan. Love this. First of all, okay, so group number three, you got Athena starting in the first house. And I believe that a lot of people who are choosing this pile, you have already been successful, okay? Either you're doing really well, you've won some award, you've won some, competition, right? Or, you're really doing well in your career. Because Athena, this energy has a lot to do with victory, right? So in some areas in your life, I believe that pile number three, you have achieved certain things and you should be very proud of yourself. This card is a card of leadership as well. So I believe that some of you guys who is choosing this pile, either you are entrepreneur, you run your own business, or maybe just naturally, right? You like to do your own thing. You like to be a leader. You like to run your own business, right? Whether you have started or not, this is a general reading. Take what resonates. But for a lot of people, there's a very strong sense of independence and leadership actually in you. So amazing. Now, you have got Pan, this energy blocking you. Now, this card is all talking about overthinking. It's talking about our fear and anxiety about our future. What if this happens? What if it doesn't work out for me? What if this? What if that? Okay. Now, of course, because Athena energy is such an intelligent energy, right? So a lot of you guys might just have a very much like a busy mind, like a racing mind, right? You might have thousands of ideas going back and forth in your mind. And of course, the more you think, naturally, the more anxiety and the more what if, right? The negative scenario might occur. Now, what is good for you? Look, the third card showing up is Vulcan. I'm always seeing Vulcan energy as talk less, do more energy. All right. Vulcan is that kind of archetype that is all about productivity. This is the god of metalcraft. This is the god of blacksmith. Okay. He doesn't talk much. He's not a talker, but every day he is forging metal with his divine hammer. Right. So this energy is talking about you needing to just get into things and get it done rather than sit there and think, okay, is it going to work out? Is it not going to work out? Okay. Because the more you think, the more anxiety you might have. Sometimes you just need to roll your sleeves up, right, and get things done. And then you realize that, wow, actually, it's not scary at all. Actually, it is, actually, I'm capable, right? Actually, victory is not that hard. Also, with Athena and Vulcan as a pair, this could be saying that during this period of time, good platonic friendship or working relationships could benefit you a lot. But you've got to be careful with one thing. Yeah. If any of you guys are thinking about love or relationship, the timing might not be right there for you. Because Athena and Vulcan, as a pair, okay, they are working together very nicely. Because Athena is to deal with, creative crafting, and Vulcan is more focusing on the practical, right, the grounded part of crafting. So they could work together very nicely when it comes to creation, right? Productivity. But if you mix them in a romantic sense, it might be very frustrating. So, for example, if any of you guys watching this video, you're thinking about you like someone, maybe you're already friends, or maybe you work together and you want to approach them in a romantic way. Not now, okay? Because in mythology, there is a story when Vulcan approached Athena trying to, you know, kind of like seduce her or trying to offer something romantic. He was rejected very, very bluntly. And so just be careful with that one thing. Okay, group number three. Otherwise, I'm actually seeing you being very, very productive, and also there's going to be more victory coming to you in terms of your personal success. Now let's pull three cards from tarot. Right, very good. All right, three cards. Right, let's see what's the progression for group number three. So much. Thank you, universe. Okay. Three cards. Four of Wands. This is what I mean by there's something for to celebrate. Group number three. Okay. You have already achieved something. There's certain thing for you to be proud of, something for you to feel good about, right? You know who you are, pal number three. You know what you're good at doing. You know what you have learned. You know your knowledge. You know your craft. Okay. Be proud of that. Four of Wands is telling me that you have already established a very solid foundation in your life. Okay. Either it's about your career or maybe other areas in your life. I love this. Okay. Now, what next is the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles has a lot to do with the juggling, okay, your resources and finances. Sometimes I'm seeing this as maybe you have two jobs, you have two things that you have to juggle at the same time, or maybe when you are dealing with, for example, your finance or dealing with your daily activities. This is a time when you need to be very, very flexible. All right. Having said that, Two of Pentacles usually is the energy of money coming in and goes out very quickly. So possibly, all right, this month for you, or because this is a new moon reading, yeah, let's just say maybe for the next 6 months, you do need to watch your finance, right? You got to be careful with overspending. Okay, because Two of Pentacles is a little bit like what you're earning, but also money is going out quickly as well. So this could be about a cash flow energy there. Okay, but overall, I'm seeing because it's with the Four of Wands, it tells me that financially you are strong. Okay, you have built some financial foundation there, which is actually very, very nice. This could also be a very good time when you might be doing some kind of collaboration okay, with other people. This could be about some kind of like, cooperation, collaboration in your career, in your business. Because Four of Wands, you can see literally we're seeing two hands shaking, right? Shaking hands with each other, which is a partnership. Two of Pentacles, number two, is also related to partnerships, right? We got Athena and Vulcan also, they could work together very well. So this could be a very good time for you to do some collaboration, okay? Good, number three. Now, one more card, okay? What shows up is the Queen of Pentacles. Wow, beautiful. Okay, now the Queen of Pentacles could be talking about your own energy, okay? If you are a female, specifically a earth sign female watching this, if this is talking about someone else, then it could be about the business partner or the collaborator that you're going to work together with. Queen of Pentacles is a woman who is very grounded, who is very what's the right word? She's very down to earth, and she is very productive, right? And she knows how to nurture things and how to grow things out of nothing. So with this energy and Two of Pentacles and Four of Wands, I also feel like maybe if you're doing some business collaboration with other people, maybe working with other people, this could actually require a little bit of spending on your side. Okay, maybe you need to spend some money, but I'm actually seeing this as something worth it. All right, just for you. Very, very good. In general, because we got two cards that are also pentacle cards, I do think that pentacle is representing your career and money. And so for this month, I know as a general reading, maybe a lot of you guys are thinking about things beyond career. However, if you happen to watch this video and you have chosen this pile, please focus on your financing your career at this, just for now, okay? Try not to think about personal life, relationships, love, dating too much, because I'm seeing a lot of career energy actually happening there for you. So try to focus on that. One card, right, from our major arcana. Okay, what do we need to know? All right, thank you, universe. Ooh, one card, thank you. And we got the Tower. Okay. Now, the Tower card usually is talking about some kind of sudden changes happening, things beyond our expectations. Now, because I'm not really seeing other negative cards on the table, I do think that this could be a surprise, a positive surprise to you. Okay. Maybe this collaboration or this uh project, let's say, that you're gonna do together with someone, going to be quite a surprise to you, right? Some kind of surprising things happening. All right, let me just pull one more card for you on top of the Tower. I'll just kind of pull after this. Okay, so let's see, because I want to know what this Tower is about. Sometimes Tower energy can be quite nervous. It's a little bit like suddenly something start to shake and happening, right? One card and the Death card. Okay, interesting. So the Tower with the Death card is also talking about something that is suddenly ending, suddenly finishing. Okay, now with this energy, what I will say to you guys is pile number three. When you're dealing with your career, there are certain things that might end very suddenly. Maybe you had expectations about how certain things must go into the future, but you suddenly realize that, okay, now that finished. Now I have to start something new, or I got to find a different partner, or I got to focus on a different area, right? This Tower and the Death card is sitting together as a combination, just tells you that, okay, whatever that needs to finish, just let it go, let it be, and let it and bury it. And you will be able to create new space for new things. All right. I wouldn't be too nervous about this, because Tower and the Death is a little bit like, it's not going to be under our control anyway. And I think this has a lot to do with this pan card, because this does show anxiety and worry. So maybe pile number three, there's something that you have been already feeling that it might end, it might finish, right? And you're a little bit afraid if that's going to happen. The most important advice I can give to you regarding this energy is that just let it be, because it's almost like it's divinely arranged. And what you need to focus on is just to focus on what you can control, right? The Vulcan energy, what you can do to increase your own productivity. Something is dying or that is ending in your environment, please don't be distracted by that too much. All right. And just let it naturally happen, and then let it naturally disappear. Okay. One card from Oracle of the Mythic Heroes, right? Very good. Faith, Penelope, beautiful. Okay, love this card. This is what I mean by sometimes you just have to really believe in things, even though you might not have the guarantee. This beautiful Penelope card has a lot to do with trust, right? How you trust your future, right? This is a woman whose name is Penelope, and she waited for her husband Odysseus to come back to Ithaca for 18 years, and eventually he did come back. And so this card has a lot to do with waiting, but it's not like a boring, sitting in my chair and twisting my thumbs waiting. This is about you knowing something eventually will happen, but during that period of time, during the time of waiting before you see the final result, you can be productive. You can focus on what is important for you. Just like Penelope, when she was waiting for Odysseus, she was not bored. She took the role of the queen of Ithaca, and she did a lot of restoration and restructuring of the government, of the society, and she made the country extremely prosperous. And when Odysseus came back, it was just everything was happy, right? It was a happy ending at the end. Love this. All right. Now, one card as an advice for you, right, from Citadel Oracle. Right? See what happens. Thank you so much, universe, right? Just one card. All right. The adventurer, okay, responsibilities and expectations. Now, this card tells you that, of course, pile number one, you guys are extremely smart, right? You have a lot of ideas. You know how you want to build a business. You know how you want to build your success. This card just tells you that whatever you ask for, also know how to manage your expectations. Because this adventurer card is to deal with the burden that you will also need to carry while you are taking on this new adventure in front of you. All right. So, for example, if you say, okay, I want to be the CEO of the company, be careful with what you wish for, because the universe will make you the CEO. But when you really become the CEO, are you going to be ready for the heavy responsibilities that you'll need to take? Now, this is not telling you not to expect, but this is telling you that when you are wish for something, just know that you can bear that responsibility and you can be accountable for everything that you wish for. And once you can be accountable and responsible, and you actually are pouring out that effort into it, everything will just come beautifully together for you. All right. Thank you so much, my beautiful pile number three. This is the reading for you. Oh, by the way, there's another thing that I want to mention. You got Vulcan, which is also the god of a volcano, actually. The reason why his name is Vulcan, right? And on the adventurer card, there's also a volcano energy there. I don't know, right? The volcano energy could also be saying that sometimes, like what I said, right? Beautiful things could happen just like a volcano erupting, right? Suddenly success will just come, but also whatever that needs to end, that needs to finish, it will suddenly just end, just like that. But please don't let your anxiety devour you. Things suddenly happens, congratulations. Don't be overexcited. Things suddenly end, that's also fine. Don't be too sad about it, right? Take everything in a balanced manner, and everything will just work out beautifully. Okay. Thank you so much, my pal number three. I really enjoyed this reading for you. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, like it, and share it with the people you care about. And I'll see you soon in the next reading session. Bye.